Bank rules within QuickBooks Online allow you to customise and automate the bank transactions you accept into QuickBooks by predetermining the categories a transaction should go to. We normally recommend setting up bank rules for things such as direct debits or anything that is a regular occurrence. It speeds up the way your bookkeeping is done, meaning you don't have to go into each individual transaction each time and allocate a payee, a category, and if you are VAT registered, a VAT code as well. So to set up a bank rule, within the banking section, there is the bank rules tab up here. And you can see that we have a few bank rules selected already. Now what I need to do is go into the banking tab again and look in my for review section for something that happens on a regular basis that I know is the same category every time. So for example, this Facebook transaction here. I pay for advertising, normally spend around £45 to £50 a month, and so this comes out of my business bank account on a regular basis. What you'll need to do is click onto the transaction as I have done. And here where it says bank detail, this is the detail that pulls through directly from your bank account and what normally shows on your bank statement. So you need to copy that, go back into the bank rules tab up here and select new rule. So I'm going to call this one Facebook advertising. As long as you call it something memorable, you can call it whatever you would like. And it's always going to be money out of my current account. Now this box here says when a transaction meets all of these conditions. So when the bank text contains, and I'm just going to paste in the bank detail here. You can actually add other criteria. So say for example, I always only spent £45 with Facebook. Anything above that was for something else other than advertising. So we want an amount to equal £45. So what this is telling QuickBooks is when something pulls through with the detail Facebook and it's for a value of £45, it has to meet both of these criteria to become a bank rule as indicated here. So we want this as an expense. The payee will be Facebook. The category will be advertising. And they are VAT registered. So I'm going to put the VAT code in there if that is relevant to you. There is this split function here as well. So for example, if you spent a certain amount on advertising and then a certain amount on a subscription, you can actually allocate a percentage to advertising and percentage to subscription, or you can enter an amount as well, and that will be split off into the two separate expense categories that you have selected. For this example, I am only using it for advertising, so I will use this category for the time being and won't use the split function. You can add a memo in if you would like to as well, although this isn't necessary. And you can also click this button here which says automatically add to my books. Now what this will do is it will not allow the transaction to ever appear in the for review section. It will jump straight into that in QuickBooks tab and be book kept automatically. I only advise that you turn this on once you're a bit more familiar with the system, as things can be allocated automatically, which may sometimes be incorrect. So only turn that on once you know exactly how you're using the system and what transactions you have going through your bank. Once you're happy, you can click Save. Now what we'll do is we'll go back to the banking, and hopefully here you will see the transaction for Facebook now has a rule icon next to it. This means that it's predetermined or preset the payee to Facebook, advertising at 20%. So I can either click into the transaction and simply click add, or even easier, I can just click add from the for review screen.